One of the events you may have missed last summer at HCC's West Loop campus was a grant-sponsored STEM camp for high school girls.
When I was asked whether I wanted to apply for it, I said, well, yeah, I think so, since we've done it so often, right? But I want to change it up a little bit. I want to do 8th and 9th grade girls. And the reason behind that is because 57% of the workforce in this country is female, but only 18% of that workforce in computer science and engineering. And so we have a dire need for bringing more women into those fields.
One day the camp got a surprise visitor, Michaela Levy and her friend, Spice.
Hello, I'm Spice. My internet address is 192.168.
She's a student at Spelman College, which is in Atlanta, Georgia. And she is a member of the Spelman Robotics team. It is the only all-female, all-African-American robotics team in the country, and they just won the national championship in robotics. So they're a wonderful group of people.
It's amazing that you all, at such young ages, have been exposed to robotics and have this camp, because camps like this, they didn't have them when I was in school. I was also on a college campus, but never a STEM program geared towards people who look like me. And so I feel like that's very important.
They were giving a presentation at the high-tech conference in Philadelphia, and one of our faculty members, Sean Otnishi, was there, and he saw their presentation and was just blown away by it. He said, "This is wonderful." And so he was talking to them after their presentation and found out that this young lady was from Houston and was going to be returning to Houston that day. And he said, "Well, since you're going to be in Houston anyway, could you come by our STEM camp and do a demonstration for our girls and bring your robot with you?" And of course, that's exactly what she did. And so it was just pure serendipity, right? He ran into her, he said, "This is wonderful, can you do this for us?" And she said, "Of course." It's one of the things, there's quite a bit of research out there that validates the idea that separate sex schools do provide certain advantages. Some research indicates that young ladies don't like to compete with boys because boys tend not to like girls who compete with them. But when you put girls in an environment where that competition is not there, they shine, right? Because then they are free, right, to explore and to be who and what they really want to be without worrying about how they look to the opposite sex. So you remove that distraction, and suddenly you have this wild explosion of creativity and enthusiasm.
I honestly believe in this because my dreams, the things that I want to acquire in my life, they literally scare me. And that's good, because if your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough. And I wholeheartedly and I truly believe that. So reach for whatever. You can do it all. Don't ever doubt yourself, because it's going to be some times where you're going to feel like I can't do this, but if you love it, if you're passionate about it, you should always pursue it.
For HCC Beat, this is Randall Williams.